What's up, everyone? Jason here, and I have a question. Kind of an opinion, per se. Are we as fans of wrestling, just in general, expecting a little too much from the Raw after WrestleMania? Now, for years, WWE fans were accustomed to having surprises. New storylines beginning, debuts, and even the occasional title change on Monday Night Raw, Raw following WrestleMania. But the question kind of needs to be asked, are we starting to expect a little too much? For me, what was the last thing that you remember from a Raw after Mania? What was the last big moment? I've got two. For me, it was Dolph Ziggler cashing in his Money in the Bank contract from, I believe, 2013, 9 years ago, or the Roman Reigns promo after beating The Undertaker the night before on WrestleMania 33, coming out, standing in the ring for what seemed like forever, but I think it ended up being 10 minutes and only said a few words, but the crowd was on fire. If the last memorable thing that can be thought of as far as Raw after Mania is from 5 years ago, this only highlights the issue that they seem to be having. We can almost excuse the last 2 years of not having fans, but don't the WWE say that they are the longest weekly episodic TV show in history in Monday Night Raw, and now SmackDown is starting to get up the charts as well? If that's the case, excuse me, then shouldn't the target audience of every single show be the viewer at home and not the viewer in the arena? The Raw after Mania that we experienced earlier this week was, in my opinion, one of the worst we have seen with a live crowd. I honestly think I would have rather have a beach ball involved at some point in the night. At least then something would have been going on. This crowd that we experienced seemed to be kind of sitting on their hands. Now, yes, they had 5 shows in 4 days, but you kind of sign up for, you kind of know what you're getting when you sign up for it. You know, we had from what seemed to be a botched Cody entrance to Elias's new gimmick, Ezekiel, Carmella and Zelina splitting up, the weird makeout session with Carmella and Corey Graves, Edge not telling us about his message and why he and Damian Priest now have his new stable, all the way to a very weird Roman Reigns promo at the end of the night in which he told us to just watch SmackDown. Nothing on the show stood out as noteworthy. And, you know, the crowd sort of sounded a little bit like a Raw after Mania crowd during the Edge Priest promo, but even then it still kind of felt forced. So again, I wonder, are we conditioned after years to expect the unexpected on Raw after Mania? Is SmackDown tonight going to be any better? Or at this point, knowing that the show is going to draw a top 5 rating for the year, do they actually care at this point now what Raw after Mania does? Nothing realistically has changed from Monday Night Raws leading up to WrestleMania and the Raw after Mania. The same writers, the same stories, essentially. What has changed? You know, why do we as fans expect anything different when we know realistically if the Raw before Mania is bad? Lately, it seems that the Raw after Mania is going to be pretty bad too. Should we start to temper our expectations? Let me know in the comments below your thoughts. Are they starting to shift to SmackDown after WrestleMania being a bigger show, with it being on Fox, and Roman Reigns being the guy, and Charlotte Flair being the top woman over there? Or At this point, is it really a situation of just overinflated expectations following years and years and years of amazing Raw after WrestleMania programs? Leave a like on the video, subscribe. I am on a quest to get to 100 by the end of April. And just a simple subscribe down there in the button will do a whole lot to help out with that. And I'll see you on the next one. Later.